Merry Christmas, my friends. Litecoin Lawton back again on this beautiful day. I have not done a video in a while, and I apologize for that. I've been, stuck up. There's really no reason to not do a video. Had the Rona for a while. I still have it. I think kind of isolating myself a little bit, going a little stir crazy. So I thought I'd start sharing my trades and how I'm making money in these down times, you guys. I hope you guys are making money out there. I hope everybody is being successful on your trades. I need you guys to be smart. I need you to enter, not get in too early, and I'll try to help you mitigate that. There's a lot of things that are going on in the world. And if you guys like that stuff, then come to my channel, litecoinlawton.com. Is a great place to find news, and you can get your, you can find your favorite YouTubers, your market cap lists. There's a lot of really good stuff here, you guys. You can really use it. It has a ticker in the bottom. You can just keep track of your trades and stuff. It's really great. So, where are we at on this adoption curve, you guys? I think we're this beginning phase, okay? And everybody's talking about these ETFs, right? I just want to say something for a second. Everybody's talking about these ETFs, okay? And I think that's like a very limiting thing, because what are we really talking about? Okay. And I asked ChatGPT, I was like, so, I mean, what are we really talking about? Because I feel like once the floodgates get open, we have 16 ETFs that are about to get launched for Bitcoin, right? And then you're going to have Litecoin and ETH ETFs that are going to be right behind that. And what are we really talking about? This is the first time in history that the retail market can front run the corporate world. Okay, this is the first time the insiders have always gotten in before we could even get our foot in the door, and this is the first time in history that it's the reverse thing. So it is an opportunity. Thank you, Zombie, dude. There's a few people I love out there, but I think you guys are limiting yourselves, right? So like, check this out. Has the Fed ever bought ETFs from ChatGPT? Okay, yes, the Fed has bought ETFs as part of its stabilization financial markets. Okay, so that, in the 2020 2019, they started buying ETFs. So if the Fed is buying ETFs, okay, and like this is what it's so $8.7 billion worth of ETFs is what the Fed has bought so far, okay, which I didn't think was like a legal thing, right? But I guess it doesn't really matter, right? It's like, once this thing starts rolling, then, what are we really talking about, you guys? I think we're talking about, something that's bigger than just an ETF getting launched. Okay, we're talking about, there's backdoors for central banks now. If this ETF gets launched, there's backdoors for, basically, we're saying that countries are going to start buying Bitcoin, you guys. And if that's the case, then you got to ask yourself this question. You're like, okay, so what are we talking about? Okay, we're at this pivotal point, okay, that I'm not trying to like blow the whistle here or try to like, if I have a sense of urgency in my voice, it's only because like you guys are so lucky. If you're watching this and you're understanding, you have the least amount of understanding of Bitcoin, I hope that you guys start learning more about Bitcoin. And if you once you get it, you get it. It just like clicks, or something that's in your brain. You get the Michael Sayer like the fix, and it's just like, I went through my fix, and I went through my, like, I was like, I was literally sleeping on the couch because I was buying Litecoin, and the thing was dumping, and I was like mining, and it was just like, I was my first cycle, and I was just like, but then it went back up to 400, became a hero again, right? And then it goes back, and then you learn, right? So you just learn, and every cycle is the same. The psychology of people doesn't change. Okay. I thought this one was super funny, dude. Oh my God, I never dreamed we'd run out of ink, dude. And so like, I think that's kind of funny. And then, like just like the amount of money, guys, this is Bitcoin, right? I mean, people said it before, but look, this is Bitcoin and silver. Okay. Bitcoin and silver. And then look at all the other money. Look at the money when the floodgates open. Okay. This is what we're talking about. So $1 million Bitcoin, I'm, 2 million, it's like $10 million Bitcoin. Easy, dude. Easy money, dude. Like maybe not like in the next like year, but I think there's going to be a gamma squeeze, you guys. There's going to be a fat gamma squeeze, and there's usually the dynamics of the supply demand are in stabilization. But if you get a squeeze on supply and you get an increase in demand, you get this. And people have talked about the gamma, dude, and like that is, I literally legitly saying, if you guys buy Bitcoin even right now at 42,000, you are a genius. Like, so get involved. Do what you can. I know times are tough with inflation and everything, but there's things that are greater at play here. And I think we're basically saying with these ETFs getting launched that we're basically getting ready for a situation that basically it's gonna, we're not talking about just companies, because what is a country, right? It's a country is just made up a bunch of companies that that give to their GDP, right? That generate the economy, that keep everybody employed, to keep the food on the table, to keep the wheels and the slaves and bonds and the bondage, right? And we need to be talking more about inclusion in this world, and more about like how do we view the earth as a human body? How do we view the earth? Even the earth has like a heart, right? And if we're all on it and we're all have the ability to destroy it, then we should all be on the same team. I don't care if you're Hamas or Palestine or Russia or USA or China, dude. Like, let's all get on board. Let's just, I know we're gonna have like some cancer cells that pop up, and we're just y'all get on board and like try to agree, and we'll just do like majority rules. Like if the majority rules and your little country is like, I want to make fucking uranium bombs or whatever, it's not allowed. Okay. The majority says you cannot make uranium bombs anymore. Okay. And we don't need them. Okay. And like, I know there's a lot of politics and things that get involved, but that's like simplicity as for the human species to survive legitly, and not to be in this like, we need to come together, and together we could actually feed everybody. Okay. If we could divide resources and figure out like the choke points, and like not have to worry about like torpedoes and mines and all these destructive warfare weapons, right? And like, I'm not saying like, I think defensive shield and to take out like the cancer cells, that's what's going to have to happen. But I say, just invite Russia to NATO right now. Invite Russia and China to NATO right now. Like, that would be better, because what we're looking at, you guys, with Bitcoin and with cryptos is basically a destruction of the state, basically, in a way, because decentralization is all inclusive. Okay, it is all inclusive. It doesn't matter. There's something out there that can send information, transact be a currency, be a store of value, be censorship resistant, be unseizable. You can take $1 billion across the border, keister that USB drive, or you could remember it in your head. You can literally keep $1 billion in your head. Like, that has never happened in the history of, you can keep wealth in your brain, right? Like, that's crazy, right? So you guys, everybody that gets on board now is a genius. And where are we at the end of this? So let me get into technical. Okay, so that was my rant. I'm sorry, you guys. Thank you for staying with me. Cheers to you guys. I love you guys. Happy Merry Christmas to my followers. Jay, love you guys. I miss you guys. I have a Christmas present for you, so let me know. Let me get into technicals right now. Okay, so Bitcoin, you guys, we're looking at these indicators have been killing it too, by the way, you guys. I literally been making so much money. I've been trying to like test this whole thing out, but these indicators are great. Thank you, Johnny Bravo. They do suck for loading on my computer. I don't know why. It's just like too much. You guys, they put too much. God mode is a lot for my computer. So, anyways, purple nurple's on right now. We're really overheated in the weekly, you guys. We're due for a cool down here. Where are we on the daily here? It takes a second to load God mode, so you just guys have to bear with me on that situation as I zoom out here. So I mean, literally, Bitcoin had the most bullish retest I've ever seen. Like on a retest of 40 was literally, it was in the cards, right? And we all knew it was going to pull back. But I mean, if it keeps pumping, we could. I mean, honestly, where are we at in the VPBR? I mean, we've had a MACD cross on the daily. We have some bullish or bearish divergence, forming on the daily. We've had the 9 count come on, so the TD sequential here, the 9 count has already come on, and we're way overextended in the purple nurple. I'm gonna turn on one thing for you guys. I don't really necessarily like to turn this on when I enable the bands. And if Bravo's out there, dude, this is the one thing that, like, watch my screen now. Okay. So I just want to see, it does help, but it's also kind of, yeah. So we entered into this band. Okay. And it squishes the screen down a little bit. I don't know why, but it goes into this purple band. Okay. And this is kind of like super overheated. So, and then the bottom of this, I mean, the bottom, I don't want to say where the bottom is that 20 grand, right? But I honestly don't think we're going to come back down there. I do see a retest of 30 grand in our at least 32, 34, as I said. I'm gonna turn that off. It's because it's just annoying. So sorry about that. I'll go into some analysis on, let's do so some of my some of my altcoins, okay? Because you guys get the major coins with a lot of the other channels. So I kind of want to focus on some coins that are not so talked about. Litecoin especially. This one is ETH, okay? So ETH, you can kind of see this clearly on this trade, okay? And this is a trade that I took. This 9 count came on, and we're just entering into this purple zone, okay? And I kind of felt this overheating zone, all right? And then here's a trade, and then we came all the way down. We are forming a very bullish. This is a very bullish pattern. If you guys look at this thing, this is a bull flag. Like no matter how you slice and dice this thing, I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be a bull flag. It's not a bull flag until it plays out. And so, but this, if you look at, if just a general glance at this chart right here, this is like a very bullish chart. A break of this, I would say a break for ETH of like 20. It does. You guys see this wick on this thing too? This is like a crazy wick. So it like literally came down here and slammed its little head on this line around 20, 21, 25. Okay. And if we just come up here and we break this trend line, this is the trade. Okay. So when we break this trend line, put in your long, and it might do something like this. It could do something like we come back up. We're right here now. We're going to come back up, and we're going to break out, and then we're going to come back down, and we're going to, test that trend line, and then we're going to take off. Okay. So I do think that there, ETH has something, very possibility to do that. We could even go sideways. It'd actually be the best right now if we just kind of went sideways for a little bit longer. I'd like to see the RSI and stuff cool down. I would like for something like a slow grind, and then kind of like a retest like that. And then I'd like to see something like kind of like that, because that would give the charts time to reset as far as the cool downs and stuff. So those are my two major, the blue chips. Let's get into Litecoin, you guys. I really love Litecoin. I hope I do it justice. I do the Litecoin Foundation justice, and Charlie Lee. You guys created a really masterpiece here, and I like the launch. And the more I learn about cryptos, I really appreciate a clean launch with open source. And I like proof of work coins that I can trust, that I know are not going to go to zero, that are very flexible and private, and all the things that Litecoin has to offer you guys. And I think the world will wake up eventually. There are a lot of other coins, but I think Litecoin in general, with privacy and the speed of transactions, the proof of work, the Lightning Network, the way that Bitcoin and Litecoin, the patent on Litecoin is amazing too. It's a university patent, you guys. So I am an advocate of Litecoin. I am proudly Litecoin Lawton. And you guys can be Solana Steve, or Benjamin Bone dude, or whatever you guys want to be. But cheers to you guys. We are all out here in the crypto space, and we're trying to awaken the rest of the community, because this is going to happen. The plane is taking off, and we're like right here. And when people realize what ETFs mean, when they realize that, yes, the Fed has bought ETFs, okay, when that's like when people stop talking about companies just buying, I think it's going to be a flood. So you're going to see not only companies, but it's going to be like, basically it's green lighting central banks to put Bitcoin on their balance sheets. Okay. And that's what we're talking about here. And who knows where the price is going to go, you guys. Who effing knows, you guys. This is like a crazy time period in this world right now. So Digibyte, dude, this coin, you guys, and this is not financial advice on this channel, by the way. So do your own due diligence, be responsible. I hate that I have to say that, but I have to. So Digibyte, you guys, Digibyte is one of my favorites. This is like, this coin, you guys, is going to make you guys so much money. It has made me so much money. This is like my game. This is the one that I was really like, literally, this is the one I made the most money on of my last. It did like 22,000% or something crazy. And like, no one talks about Digibyte, but it's really sad that no one talks about Digibyte because it's such an amazing coin. It's by far the most decentralized coin that there is, you guys. And it's literally like 14 years old too. So it's, or not 14 years old, but it's like 12 years old now. It's like almost as old. It's like one of the OGs. Okay. And this guy he didn't get along with anybody. The inventor of this was a very unpersonable programmer guy. I don't even know his name, but I forgot his name, but I should research that. But apparently him and the Binance guy, Sheezy or whatever, they didn't get along so much, so they had a falling out kind of, and they never really got along with the whole. He didn't play ball, right? So, and Digibyte is the most decentralized thing, you guys. It has 5 different rotating algorithms here, okay? And we just had this perfect retest, okay? And we're forming this, what it looks like a beautiful cup and handle right now. And I wanted to point this out to you guys because all of this formation is bullish. Like this back test right now, this back test is super bullish. Okay. And we have the strong buy come on, the TD sequential flash 9, but we just had one of the most bullish retests of Bitcoin. Everybody thought at least 38, right? No, just straight up psychological 40 bounce, right? And like, that was crazy. I thought it was definitely going to at least a little lower. So we still might. We are having a lot of bearish divergence. So at one point, we're going to have a pullback. And I actually want a pullback of like, give you guys another chance to buy and give me some chance to buy some more, because I know where this thing's going, you guys. I know I'm trying to enlighten everybody else, and nobody believes me, right? Until they do, right? Until I'm a genius, right? So that's what's funny about crypto, because you're not a genius until you are, right? You're like, oh, you're an idiot. You bought SHIB, right? You bought Doji. You're an idiot. And then it does like 22,000%, and all of a sudden you're a genius, right? Only if you take profits, right? So you guys got to take profits out there. That's also another thing. I'll go into another channel or another time. But Digibyte, you guys, this beautiful cup and handle right now. Basically a break of 1 cent, I would say. I really want to see a break of 1 cent on Digibyte. I can't even believe how low it is, you guys. This thing went up to like 15 cents, and we're below a cent right now. And this one's not going away. Okay. This is like the most dug in virus of all the cryptos, you guys. I love the ones that are not going to go anywhere anytime soon. Okay. I don't like the ones like Solana. I don't like the proof of stake coins, you guys. I don't invest in the proof of stake coins. I don't want to bash on them, but I don't know what's going on. Why is ADA always updating its code? Why are they all? I don't want my money being updated all the time. I don't want programmers fiddle bucking with my code, right? Like, why? That's my money. Are you going to go change it or you do something with it? No, I like money. Like Litecoin has been updated like twice in its lifetime. Okay. I don't need a constant update of like them figuring out what is going to, that makes me super nervous. Every time there's like an update or a fork or any kind of thing like that, you guys should be skeptical, because weird things can happen. This thing is never going to be, this is its own chain. Digibyte is its own chain. It's a unique chain. It's the longest of all blockchains in history. The length of the blockchain is kind of hard to explain, the reasons of why something would be long. It's 4 times faster than Litecoin. So Litecoin's 4 times faster than Bitcoin, and Digibyte's actually 4 times faster than Litecoin. Okay. As far as block speed, it's also got, I think 4 times the amount of supply. I have to look that up too, but, Digibyte is an amazing coin. People don't stop talking about Digi, but I love the coin. I love this coin. I try not to fall in love with assets, but you do have to kind of like really appreciate it, and you have to take your profits. So, you better believe that I'm taking profits as soon as I 10X anything, I start taking profits, you guys. That's kind of like my sweet zone of profit taking. That's what I expect, which is weird, because most financial advisors are like, oh, if you double your money, you're doing amazing. I 10x and then I start taking profits. And that's kind of, I try to buy on the bottoms now or around the bottom. You don't buy the bottom. Obviously you want to buy the bottom. You try to buy around the bottom. And that's kind of where that's where you play it. You play it. And even right now, you guys, I'm telling you, with what's about to happen in the markets, okay, we're about to do something insane. Okay. And this thing is gearing up, dude. This thing is gearing up. And if you guys can't feel it, then you should need to start feeling it, because it's gonna explode in your face, and then you're gonna have a million friends, right? All your Bitcoin adopters. This is the one asset that we can front run everybody else. So get together. Love you guys. Like when Lawton out. Merry Christmas.